Look, I don't care if you believe in climate change or not. Sustainability in real estate is about being relevant and professional. Sustainability in real estate is learning the information you need to know to be relevant to your client, to help them be more successful in the transaction of their property. In my case, I'm happy to know more about what it takes to make a house more valuable and more comfortable for my clients, to increase their value over time, so that when they go to sell it, we're getting the maximum dollar for it. Yeah, let's talk about total cost of ownership, because so often we talk about the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, the PITI of ownership, right? You know, what's the payment and what's my insurance and how much are my taxes? Well, cost of ownership is about so much more than that. Cost of ownership is about the use and enjoyment of the property. It's the cost of the utilities of the property. It's the cost of the maintenance of the property. So as a fiduciary for you, as a realtor, when I'm looking at properties with you or we're getting ready to sell your property, I need to be cognizant of all of those factors. Owning a house is expensive these days, and so trying to figure out what your client can afford and how they can manage their money the best way they can is going to matter to everybody in the transaction. You also have a fiduciary in the transaction to know those costs and understand them and be able to explain them to your consumer and your client. So, as a realtor member, knowing what the total cost of ownership for a property is critical to your success and to your client's happiness. Let's face it, we live in a little bit of heaven. Stepping outside the door 365 days a year is a fantastic experience in Minnesota. But it gets even better than that when you're a homeowner. This year, the state legislatures passed legislation to support all of the sustainability efforts across this great state. In addition, the federal level has passed the Inflation Reduction Act and the infrastructure bill. All of these things together add up to great tax incentives, tax rebates, and rebates from vendors in the marketplace to improve the quality and functionality of your house and your property. Realtors need to know how to take care of all those things, how to take advantage of each one of those in order to help their consumers maximize the value of their properties. Also, the use and enjoyment. We're in a sweet spot here, and if you're not taking advantage of those opportunities in the marketplace, you're missing something. Also consider about improving your own property, taking advantage of those tax incentives this year. They will run consecutively for several years, but they're in the marketplace. Let me give you one example. Minnesota is going to offer a rebate for the upgrade of electrical panels. This will be critical because we're adding more electric to each property. Electrification of properties is common, and people are adding induction cooktops, and ultimately we're all going to want to add a plug-in in our garage for that electric vehicle. So we have an opportunity in front of us to take advantage of the benefit of living in Minnesota. There's something very critical to our success in this industry. When I walk into a Target store, what is on the shelf really matters, right? What it looks like, how much it is, what it weighs, what it's made of, how it works, what's its functionality. We need to think of our housing stock in the same way. In order to be successful in the future, we need to advocate with our clients to understand how their buildings work, how they function, and how to improve them, so that in the future, we're taking care of our own housing stock. Having a good, high-quality housing stock in the state of Minnesota is critical to your success.